So great to have you back. It's been a few weeks, and it's really time to catch up. Right now, I'm just meditating on some blue belts, some blue belt,
Yesterday, this guy was busting my balls. So this cop was busting my balls.
Right now, I'm just meditating on some bluebell flowers and trees, listening to the high frequencies, trying to get my energy levels up here when they're just about at 100 level frequency, meaning I'm feeling quite low energy and quite negative. This is what happens during menstruation for women. I used to feel the freedom of the road. I was laid off from my taxi career. By night, I was a stand up comedian. I used to go to all the clubs. I played a lot of clubs. Every night, I was doing stand up. So I turned to my other passion in life, which was stand up, and I spent every single night doing shows. I was at Cube Lounge, Spiral Club. I was at the Pyramid Rendezvous, and even the Boys Land a couple few times. The main thing that I learned was that I was a communicator and I needed my freedom again. I missed the road, and I reached out to a group of people that were highly interested in highway hypnosis, and I began to realize something. Every day that I was driving, I was hypnotized. My mind was being raped. The longer I looked at the open road, the more open to molding my mind and opinions via radio and outside factors was possible. And I started to realize that perhaps being a taxi driver was not the freedom I thought it was. Then again, the open road, what could be more free than that? So there were a lot of things at play here in my mind, conflicting concepts. And I looked to my fellow neighbor to ask them what they thought. Is being a cab driver the freest you can be in your life? Or is being an unpaid driver the true way into finding creativity and honing one's true self? So I'm in my car driving around, and I'm thinking about a few things. I'm posing a few questions to the world, and I wanted to get someone on the show. I wanted to interview one of my favorite scientists, Hans. I think he's going to be on eventually. Before he was a scientist and a fashion designer, he too began his life in America as a taxi driver in New York City. So I called Hans up and I asked him a few things. I'm just going to take out my notes and I'll tell you. So I asked Hans, how do we diverge and subvert the mind while driving? He said to me, very loud music. And I thought to myself, well, isn't an earworm mind control, right? He said no. He said the louder the song is, that earworm doesn't matter. You want loud and you want impact on the eardrum. You want high hertz, and you want them to bring your body and your mind to full enlightenment if possible. So I'm like,
You see that bright yellow paint job, right? But the very first NYC taxis weren't yellow at all. They were actually red and green. Wild, huh?
so interesting.
So let's rewind to 1907.
Where are you?
سيارة.
تعال بسرعة كوكلي كمان في بروبلم بسرعة مار كلب ما ترد على التليفون.
انت كلب.
Next. Oh, that's beautiful. Just zoom in on that. Okay. Okay, wait. I don't know. I'm not really finding my... Let her in. 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 Let me in. Let me in. Put your stuff in the back. Just put your stuff in the back. Put your stuff in the back of my cab. Back. Now let's put the steam to the pedal. Pedal. Petals like flowers. 24/7, as high as I could put it, and I would put my pedal to the steam each and every time. And the steel, or I would put my pedal to the steel. And I'd even put my wrist into the steel a little bit too, because I wanted to go flying. I wanted to get from point A to point B. And believe me, I've been around the block, but I wanted to get around the block quicker. And this is when I discovered putting the pedal to the steel. Most people who are skilled drivers know what I'm talking about. Skills. So, basically what would happen is in order to fight mind control from media, I didn't have a radio in the car. What I would do is I'd put one of these keyboards in the back seat. Doesn't matter if it was a kid, woman, or man. And I'd say, just knock yourself out. And they'd say, what? And I'd say, knock yourself out. Out. And before I knew it, the rider was comfortable, had a hit song, no radio, no news. Dude, this is the commercial that keeps coming on all my shit. And this guy definitely paid for ads on here. His name is Dr. Doin Music. Literally, this is the ingredients to a Cosmo. And the guy's this is his backdrop. Bloody Mary. Say it 3 times. I was drinking and driving. I had a console that I installed into my one cab, and I was drinking Bloody Marys. But I said it was orange. It was what do you call that? Tomato juice. And everyone knew around town that I don't eat tomatoes. So I gave the Bloody Mary a rim job with a little taheen and everything. People were saying to me, that can't just be tomato juice. Oh, yeah. So the cop pulls me over and he says, you don't look right in the face. You look a little drawn out, a little pale and what have you. And I saw you actually just missed that light over there. You kind of went right through. I said, first of all, it was still orange. And, I don't know. I ain't feeling so good today, Copper. So he's like, first of all, don't call me Copper. Don't get familiar with me, honey. Honey, I said, okay. Well, now I was mad. He says to me, well, what did you have for breakfast yesterday? Yesterday? So I'm like, this guy's a Weisenheimer. What kind of joke is this? I'm like, buddy, it's dinner time. Wait, I'm in a car. All right, so the cop walks right over to me and he says, you don't look so good, honey. I said, yeah, not feeling so good. I was already hungover that day. I was on an 11-hour shift. He says, you don't feel so good? Well, tell me, what'd you have for breakfast yesterday? Yeah, well, no, it was an 11-hour shift driving the taxi all day. Yesterday, this guy was busting my balls. So this cop was busting my balls.